Hello everyone, in this video I will teach you about the basic of Python, and in the coming video I will teach you about the important libraries like NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. So let's start with why trader need data structure. So let's suppose that you have to store money. What are the things that you like physical money? You need wallet, right? If you have to store a credit card, then there is a separate section for that in the wallet. If you have to store a water, then there is a bucket, right? And if you have to cook food to store like rice, then there is another packet kind of things. Similarly, in Python, like when you will code a strategy, then there are a lot of data that you have. What are the all data that we have is like price data, open a high low close OHLC data, volume and time. All these are the data and we need to store the data in some format. Let's consider price series, then that need to store in some particular data type that we call it list. We are going to like talk more about how to define a list and how to play around a list, but for like time being, just consider that price series you can store in the list. Similarly, we have watch list in our portfolio, right, that you can store in a set. Similarly, we have a stock symbol like Reliance, Infosys, TCS, etc., that you can store in a string. Similarly, we have portfolio. How many stocks do we have? What are the number of stocks that we have? At what price we have bought? Such kind of information we have to store in a portfolio. Then for that, the separate Python data structure called dictionary are there. Now let's understood about each of these four data structure, that is list, set, a string and dictionary separately. Now list is a normal like linear data structure where you can store data by putting a square bracket and then putting a value inside it. So let's say that consider a stock whose price is 100 at first minute, and then on the second minute it is 102, on the third minute 101, on the fourth minute 105, like similarly so on, right? So these in this form you can store data like price data in the string. Now if you print these close price, then you will see that all your data is being stored in this list. Now consider about indexing. Let's suppose you want to access a particular value of this list, let's say like this value. So here what happens, the index start from 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you write close price 0, then it should return 100, right? But if you like do close price 2, then it should return 0, 1, 2, right? So it has to be 101. Let's see what it responds. It is 101. Now there is one important method where you can go like in the opposite directions. When we are saying 0 it is 100, 1 it is 102, 2 it is 101, but from 0 if we say -1, then it go from back side, so it will result into 108. So close price -1 will result into 108. Now let's suppose that I want a price from this point 101 onward. So it is 0, 1, 2. Okay, so it will be written like 2 colon, like there is no limit on the right hand side, so it should return from all element starting from second index, so that is 101. You can see that it is responding 101, 105, 110, 108, which is from like this, right? Now similarly we can take consideration like limit on the right hand side. So when we are putting a limit on right hand side, it is like till 3, no, like index is 3, but it will not include 3, it will be till 100, like it is 0, 1, 2, it will respond till 101 only. Okay, similarly 100, 102, 101. Now if you want a section of the that list from 1 to 4, so 1 will start from 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4 is not included, right? So it will only result into 102, 101, 105. Now let's see what it responding. It is 102, 101, 105, right? Now you can also add an element on the top of this list by a function called append. Now let's say that you want to append 112 into these list. It will, when you append this, now let's see what is the close price. It is like 112 is appended at the last. Similarly, you can also remove the element from the top. So top element is 112, right? Now if you pop it, then 112 has been popped out, removed out, and the remaining is this, right? I hope you understand the basic operations of the list. Now let's see how we can loop over all the element in a list. Okay, so you can, like, this is a way where this is called for loop, you might be knowing, where you can go from each element of a list and print its value. Or let's say, suppose that I want to find the daily return of this list. So you are looping from for I in range 1 to length of close price, and daily return will be close price of ith index minus close price of I minus 1 in index whole divided by close price of I minus 1, and this is the daily return at a particular point of time, right? When we'll print it, now let's see how returns is being logged. It is 0.02 minus 0.098, something like this, right? I hope you get the list. Now let's start with set. On the beginning, what I said, that if I want to like have a watch list and I want to store it in some data structure, it is set. You store in the curly bracket, it is Reliance, TCS, Infosys, HDFC. We have stored these data. Now let's see how it looks like in the same curly bracket, the way we defined it. One important characteristic of set is that when we store the repeated value in the set, it will result into a unique value. For an example, in this case, Reliance is twice and TCS is twice. If I will print it, then it will contain only one Reliance and one TCS. Let's see. When we run it, it is saying only one Reliance, one TCS and Infosys. So set returns only unique value, means it stored only unique element in it. Similarly, how we can add an element to a set? It is dot add. Now in this set we have 3 stock. I want to add SBI, then we can add it by watchlist dot add SBI. And if we see the watchlist, here there is one more SBI, and I think watchlist is, oh sorry, so watchlist contain Reliance, TCS, Infosys, HDFC. Now we want to add one more, which is SBI, so it is like coming to be 5. Similarly, we can remove any element from the set. Consider I want to remove Infosys. When we remove Infosys, you will see there is no Infosys in the watchlist set. Now you all know the operations of a set, like intersection, union, and A minus B, B minus A kind of things. So consider that there are two sets, strategy A and strategy B. Consider that strategy A gives these 4 stocks and strategy B gives these like TCS, ITC, SBI and Axis Bank. Now we want to select intersection. Intersection means those stocks which are present in both the set. So when we do it, it will be ITC and TCS, because ITC is present in this like strategy B as well as strategy A. TCS is also present in both the strategy. Hence, strategy A and strategy B will give the intersection. Now I want to return the union of these two sets. Union of the two sets is that like all the elements So union can be defined as like the element of the union is present in at least one of the two set. So when we return, then it will return all the unique element available in any one of the strategy, any one of the set. So Reliance, Infosys, Axis Bank, ITC, SBI, TCS. So all these are elements which are present at least once. Now there is similarly strategy A minus B. Strategy A minus B correspond to the element which is present in strategy A but not in strategy B. Okay, so if you see from these two set, then you can see that what are the element in strategy A which is not present in strategy B. It is Reliance and it is Infosys. So these two are the element which is present in strategy A but not in strategy B. So if we do the operation, we get Infosys and Reliance. Now there is one more important feature of it. This is that given a list, I want to convert it into set. You can just use a function set. It will convert into like list into set. So if you see here is that Reliance, TCS, Infosys, SBI. Now when you can convert it into set, it will only store the unique value. So Infosys only one time where it was twice in the list. Similarly TCS only once. Now let's move to our third data structure, which is a string. As said, a string is simple when we say that it's a group of a character. So whenever we have to store the name of any security like Reliance, Infosys, anything, we store it in the form of string, and the string is can be defined in this way. I think this is too intuitive, like it is whatever we are writing in our general English terminology, only just it is quoted by the double quotation mark. You can also use a single quotation mark instead of double quotation. If you print it, it will be it is Reliance. So one thing might be confusing to you. Whenever we are print, you can also print this as this. So this is like it is printing, but when we are just writing symbol, it is just showing, it is not a printing. So you can show that this is just a feature of Jupyter Notebook. Now similarly, as case of index list, there is a form of indexing where you can access a particular element of a string. So whenever we are doing symbol 0, it like in a string the index works in this way, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly to list, but it act on a like one character of a string. So whenever we do symbol 0, it will return R. When we will do 3, so 0, 1, 2, like it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it should return I. Similarly here symbol -1, it will return E. And whenever we want element between any two index, say 2 and 4, so 0, 1, 2 and till 3, because 4 is not included, so it will return only 2 element, which is L and I. Now the last data structure which is important for you guys as a trader is dictionary. As like whenever we are saying in our portfolio we are buying different stock, let's say that we have bought Reliance, TCS and Infosys at different price. Consider that I bought Reliance at 2450, TCS as 3300 and Infosys as 1520. Then we have to store the price corresponding to each NSC code. For that there is this dictionary data structure where you can store the data of this format in a key and value pair. Key is this Reliance, which is a string, and value is this integer, which is the price. Now let's say I want to see the price of TCS, then you can just write price and in the square bracket TCS, you will get the price of the TCS. Now how to see the all the key of the dictionary? Key means like this is key and this value pairs. I want to see all the key of this this dictionary, which is Reliance, TCS and Infosys. When you run this prices.keys, it will return the Reliance, TCS and Infosys. Similarly, what if we are interested in finding the value, that is price of each stock, then dot values will result into the price of each key. Now let's say that I want to update the price of any security. Consider TCS. I want to update it to 3350 in place of 3300. You can just write prices of TCS is equals to 3350. Now if you print prices, you can see that the price of TCS is 3350 in place of 3300, which was earlier. In the last, there is, like, at portfolio level, what happened, we have a stock and there are many fields corresponding to this stock, like how many quantity we have bought, what is the average price of that stock. Then you can use nested dictionary, where you are using dictionary inside dictionary. What does it mean? That the key is the stock name and the value is another dictionary, and that dictionary contains the quantity and the average price. Okay, so if you will just store it and then print, then you will see that you have Reliance 10 stock and 2450 as a average price. Now let's suppose that I want to know the average price of TCS. Then you can just use like this TCS, portfolio TCS, and then again average price. Then you will see that 3300 is the average price of TCS. You can also see. Now if you want to calculate the total value of a TCS in your portfolio, you can just multiply these value with portfolio TCS and then quantity, right? So it will give the total value of TCS present in your portfolio. I hope you understand this concept, where I have covered the 4 data structure that you are going to use in Python. In the next video, I will cover one more like topic, which is the important libraries of Python, which is NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. Like it is going to be very, very important for you when you are working with a lot of data in CSV format, in Excel format. You want to visualize it and try to make a decisions. So till then, thank you. Bye.